What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this month's beauty collab, we are filming a bubblegum look. This was Lauren's idea here on YouTube, and if you guys would like to see more of this look, just keep on watching. So first I'm going to take that good old ABH eye primer and I'm going to prime my eyelids with this as well as use it as a base. So I normally use my Tatcha primer for my eyes because it gets all the crustiness out, and I have really dry skin sometimes for whatever reason, so I like to use that as well just to bring back some moisture into my skin. And you really don't realize until you actually start doing makeup a lot, and I think I say this all the time. So you'll start noticing like your skin will start changing. You will start just noticing things that you didn't notice before, and one of those things for me was my eyelids and how healthy they have how healthy they're starting to look, as well as like the overall like appearance of everything. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with the 39S. I've been having this palette for a minute, so I figured why not bring it back out. I always like, every time I'm like buying new palettes, I'm like, okay, I don't have this, I don't have that. I just, I have to go back to an older palette because hopefully I'll have a color close to what I'm trying to go for. So I figured just to use this because it's like the darkest like fuchsia color, I guess, that I own. So I wanted to use that and kind of like bring out the color instead of using something like super light that I'm gonna have to build up. I really didn't have to build up this color too much because it was already deep enough for the look, honey. So I always point out things that I've done wrong, and I think that's okay. I don't think it's a big deal. Some people come to make fun of you, some people come to learn, and it is what it is. So what I noticed that instead of going in with the pink first, I should have went in with something in the crease. That way I can just go around it and I don't have to worry about going back in to make my crease darker. So what I mess up on is adding all of this color, not even worrying about adding a crease color to where when I do my cut crease, I don't have to worry about going in and evening up that color in the middle. But I still went in. I didn't even touch this color because sometimes I'll be like, don't touch it because I don't want to mess it up, because it does happen. Now, I went in with my little cut crease, but obviously you could tell that I went too far up. I should have had it like cut at an angle. So yeah, it's going to look super weird at the end, and I apologize about that. I'm working on it. All of the things that I keep messing up on, I'm working on. I know I can't be showing people tutorials if I'm going to keep messing up, but this is the process. Like, this is my journey. This is what I have to do to learn, and I mean, I'm self-taught. No one else is teaching me this, so I'm going to make mistakes basically. So I'm showing you guys. You guys maybe will make the same mistakes, but you know how to fix it. Like, I'm a finesser when it comes to makeup, so I know how to finesse my makeup looks to where I don't have to completely remove all of my eyeshadow. Now, I have done it before where I messed up really bad. I had to start over, but it wasn't a big deal, because once you get better, you start getting quicker with the process and you start doing things a lot better than what you were, how you started out. So I'm going to finish cutting this wide ass crease, and I'm just going to just keep going. Like, this side I did perfect. Like, I did it at an angle. It wasn't too wide. It wasn't like up too far, and I didn't notice this until after the fact. And then now that I'm editing this, because I like to edit the clips first and then I go back in and do my voiceovers, that way I can explain it better, based on how I'm seeing it being done. So this side I did perfectly fine. As you can see, there's that slant. It's not going up and then slanted. So you want to cut your crease at an angle. That way, as you can see on, I guess, this left side, it's not too far up. and slanted. Like it just looks weird. It looks crazy. But I kept going, of course, because I'm not going to, you know, stop the process of what I got going on. I want you guys to see these things so you can see where I'm coming from. You might not understand it just yet, but you'll see it once you start doing it yourself. So I went in with the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the Jaclyn Hill palette from the first freaking launch. This Jaclyn Hill palette was the first palette I bought from Morphe when it first launched. So this was probably like 2, maybe 3 years ago, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this palette, it still got a little bit of pigment left. It got a little life, you know, to it. I feel like this shade was very dry. So I'm showing you guys this because I didn't want to take it out. I want you guys to see like that color being built up because Morphe does have another color that's this same color in the 25L. So I'm going to be using the 25L to deepen up that like sea blue looking color, so you guys don't think that I'm cheating you out of pigment. But yeah, the Jaclyn Hill palette, it was good, but it was a little dry, so I guess it's about to expire on me, and I really don't use it like that. I used it a lot when I first got it because that was basically the only palette that I had. So yeah, I'm just going to deepen it up with the 25L, and then I'm going to start my little ombre process with the next blue color just to give it that soft ombre effect in the middle. And I love how it came out. I kept having to dip back into that lighter blue because it was like, it was kind of, I guess, how do you say it? It was like, what do they say? It was like powdery. Yeah, powdery. So I had to keep going back and building up that color. The best way to build up color is to pat it in. Don't blend it out yet. Just keep patting it in and then going over it. So the next palette I used was Jackie Aina palette with ABH, and of course I'm going to go in with Trust Issues, of course. I love this color. I love the pigment. Like, it's like a reflect, so it goes on like white, but the reflect is gold, depending on, I guess, how it shifts in the light. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. I don't think I used the Jaclyn Hill palette on this side. I think I just went in with that shade from the 25L. So with the 25L colors, you just basically have to build them up. I kept going in with the pink, making the outer corner a little darker because once I mixed the blue and the pink, it made purple. So I didn't even have to use an outer corner color. I saved a little bit of time and I was able to do it this way. So I really do like, you know, how it came out. Everything was looking absolutely stunning even during this process. I know it looks very messy. I'm just heavy-handed and it looks like this. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. So then I went in with the Plouise. I mixed it with the NYX. Now the NYX is really, it's a good formula. It just cracks really bad. So I feel like if they perfect like whatever else, or if they add something to it, I feel like it'll be fine, because when I mix it with the Plouise, everything just looks so good, like in like white, it's white as it needs to be, I guess. And then I'm just, you know, adding more color, fixing things, showing you guys this process because it's definitely necessary. You can always go back in and fix and build color. And then after that, I used the glitter from Doll Vibes around the white line. And that's how I got this look. I really do hope you guys like it. I did mess up a little bit, but I'm going to try to do it later and try to perfect it so you guys don't have to worry about that. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I would definitely see you guys in my next one.